Hi guys, welcome to Annie Akinyi's channel. This is where I bring you immigration news to Canada and ways through which you can move to Canada as fast as possible, as simple as possible. So in this video, I'm going to be telling you three possible ways through which you can move to Canada without having to sit for IELTS. I know that people who have done this test 5 times, 3 times, 2 times, 7 times without succeeding. It is not very easy. It is not very cost efficient. You have to pay lots of money. And if you're coming from countries like Kenya, there's only one institution, which is British High Commission, which is offering this exam, and it can take time, 3 months before getting an appointment, even 4 months, and you have to pay lots of money. So taking it over and over again, it's not really cost efficient. So I have 3 ways through which you can actually come to Canada without having to sit for this exam. Okay, so number 1, you can come to Canada as a student. A lot of universities in Canada accept students from most countries without having to sit for IELTS. So if you want to find out which universities will accept you without having to sit for IELTS or any other English language test, then check out this video. I did a video showing you which universities that accept international students without having to do English tests. Okay, a few examples that I would just mention here are Concordia University, Carleton University, University of Ottawa, University of Toronto, Queen's University, Lethbridge University, Thomson Rivers University, Brock University, amongst others. So those are some of the universities that will accept you without sitting for an English test. Okay, so come to Canada as a student, avoid doing IELTS. Once you come to Canada as a student, you will go to school. After you get your degree, then you will get a work permit, a post-graduation work permit, which goes up to 3 years. Within these 3 years, you can only work for 1 year, sometimes less. And then if you want to stay in Canada longer, and if you feel like Canada is sweet, if you feel like you want to stay here forever, then you'll be eligible to apply for permanent resident permit. Now, at this point, you will have to sit for IELTS, okay, while you are in Canada. Now, I encourage you to take this option. Why? Because once you are in Canada, it is very easy to pass this test. Why? Because you will have studied in Canada for 1 year or 2 years or 3 years. And here people speak in English. You will have used English as your primary language of instruction at university, and also your day-to-day language of communication. And so you will be able to get the Canadian accent, how they pronounce these words. It will be easier for you to sit for this exam once you are in Canada and once you're ready to apply for permanent resident permit. However, if you do not want to apply for permanent resident permit, you do not need to do this IELTS. You will come to Canada, do your study, and do your thing. Nobody will force you to do it. Another advantage of coming to Canada as a student without sitting for this IELTS is that there are so many institutions in many Canadian cities and towns that are offering this language testing exam. So we have different language testing institution. We have the IELTS, again offered by British High Commission, and then we have the CELPIP. That is another one in Canada that is really famous, and they have testing centers all over. So you can choose to do either IELTS or CELPIP, whichever you want to do. Both are recognized by IRCC. Okay, and we have multiple testing centers. So the appointment, you can get an appointment as easy as within 2 weeks, within 1 month. You don't have to wait for long periods before you can get this testing. So I would encourage you to actually just apply to a university that will accept you with your English language proficiency. And then once you're here, you have completed your studies, then you can do that English proficiency once you want to be a permanent resident. The other way through which you can come to Canada without doing the English, the IELTS, is coming to Canada as a worker. So I have done a video on how to get jobs in Canada. Again, I will leave a link. I will pin a link in the comments. Also, watch that video and start applying for jobs that will enable you come to Canada. English proficiency is not a legal requirement for you to work in Canada. As long as your employer is able to determine that you can effectively communicate, then that's it. It's not a requirement. It's not mandatory. So once you get an employer, once you get a job, then you can easily come to Canada as a worker, work, and then once you're ready to become a permanent resident, then now you can do the English exam, again in one of the many testing centers in Canada at your own comfort and at your own time without no pressure. And the last way of coming to Canada without doing this English exam is coming as a visitor, okay? Now, it is not a requirement to do English exam when you're coming to Canada to visit as a tourist or visit a friend or visit a relative. It is not mandatory for you. You don't have to sit for an English exam when you're coming here as a visitor. So apply for those visitors permits. Come to Canada, and then if you want to stay long term, look for a job with this permit. The only challenge here is that once you get a job here in Canada with a visitor's permit, you will have to exit the country and then apply for a work permit from outside Canada, and then you can come back, okay, with a work permit. Now that is not difficult. Once you get a job, getting a job is one of the most challenging things. But if you come as a visitor and you're already in Canada, it is easier to get a job when you are here in Canada. So once you have a job offer, then you can go back to your country or exit the country and apply through Canada High Commission and tell them I have this job offer in Canada and I would like to go as a worker. And then again, you will get a work permit and you do not still have to do the English language test. The only point where you will be needed to do the English language test is when you come here and you feel like Canada is so sweet that you do not want to go back to your country or any other country. Then at that point, you want to apply for permanent residency. Then you will have to do an English test. But once you're already in Canada, these things are very easy to do. I can tell you for free, I came to Canada without doing IELTS as a student. I did IELTS last year when I was applying for my permanent residency. I did it once. I did one round and I passed with high scores. Like high scores 10, 8. The minimum was 8. I got a 10, I got a 9, 9, and then I got an 8 on one score, one go. So it's way easier to do the test here and there's no pressure. You only do it once you want to apply for permanent residency. However, if you're still a student, a visitor, or a worker, nobody requires you to do this test as long as you can communicate to your co-workers, as long as you can communicate to your neighbors, as long as you can do your thing while in Canada. So guys, those are the 3 main ways through which you can avoid doing IELTS and come to Canada as quick as possible. Now guys, if you found this video really educating or enlightening, please do me a favor, like the video, subscribe on the screen, share my videos please. It will help me so much. It helps me look good on YouTube. It helps YouTube recognize my work, and I will really appreciate if you can do me that favor. So guys, please, if you have any question, leave them in the comment section. I will always answer these questions as we go. I will definitely respond to your comments, to your questions. And if I see the need of doing a video, then I will do a video to address that. So guys, thank you so much for always clicking. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much and see you in the next video. Bye bye guys.